Recording in progress.
All right, so this is Tower Garden 101. I am so excited to have you guys here. I get a little passionate about sharing this awesome system. I do want to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Brandy Thunberg. I am a very avid gardener. I've been gardening with my dad since I was 2. It's just part of who we are. I'm also a double certified holistic health coach, so it's really passionate for me to know where my food comes from and how it's nourishing my body, and to be able to share that with people so they understand how important what they put in their body is for them physically and mentally as well. So we are going to cover quite a few things today. We're going to go over what is a tower garden, how does it work, how do you set it up, how do you maintain it, what does it come with, how much does it cost, and how do you get one. So sit back and relax while I take you through this little journey. What is a tower garden? So a tower garden is an aeroponic gardening system. So aeroponics means that the plants are getting air and they're getting a mist or a trickle of water that has these nutrients in it. They don't sit in soil at all. So it involves water, liquid nutrients, and a soilless grow medium, and that's so that the roots have something to hold onto, and it allows the plant to stand up. It does grow 3 times faster. There's no dirt, no weeding, no bending, no digging. That tends to be a favorite for a lot of people, and it uses less than 10% of the space than traditional gardening. You can get so many things growing in just this tower footprint. It's really, really cool. So how does the tower garden work? So what I want to do here is I actually want to share a video with you that will explain it quickly and easily.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better-tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your tower garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it does a really good job of getting those visuals of what exactly is happening and how it works to keep you growing such delicious and beautiful fruits and veggies. So that's how it all comes together. How do you set this up? So you get this tower, it comes in a box. How complicated is this, right? So when you look at it, it can look a little overwhelming, but the typical setup time for a tower is 20 minutes. That's it. It has your base at the bottom. You have a pump that is connected to a timer. So as long as you can plug it in and set the timer, you don't even have to worry about plugging it in every day to do its thing. You hook those up at the bottom, put the base in, and then you have metal rods, and they have wing nuts on them. This is your biggest tools, your fingers. You're going to have these wing nuts. This goes around the base. One goes at the bottom, one goes at the top of the base, and then at the other end you have another wing nut to connect up at the very top here to keep it all secure. You have these pieces. One is attached to the base, and then you have 4 more, and these alternate. The openings alternate. Inside here to help you, you have circles that have an A and circles that have a B, and they alternate, and that's how you get that alternating plant look for your tower so that it gets all its nutrients. So you hook all those together, put the top in, screw the wing nuts in, then you're ready to take your net pots. They sit inside, and once your seedlings are ready, they go right in here. So right here, this is some garlic chives that I have over here with me, ready to go. And that's it. You fill the base with water. You put in your nutrients. So you have mineral A and mineral B, even amounts of both. Put those in the bottom. For the tower that I have with a 20-gallon base, it's 2 cups of A and 2 cups of B. You'll get a measuring cup that comes with it, so you'll be able to just fill and go. And everything is set up. Now you just sit back and watch it all happen. And before long, you have, this beautiful tower. So let's see, how do you set up your seedlings? Well, to get something that looks like this, what you want to do is easy. So you see, you get a seedling starter set. In there's your rock wool, and you wet that. So rock wool is like a mineral wool. It's kind of fibrous, and it's formed by spinning this molten material together. So because it's spun together, it's like squishy, but it also could be a little, I guess like flaky, I guess might be the word. So when you wet it, you don't have to worry about anything, any of the little fibers. Then you put your seeds in, you put your vermiculite on top, and you're good to go. And before long, you end up with seedlings like this. So these babies right here are about 2 weeks old. You can see we've got a variety happening. I use trays a little bit bigger than what this comes with, just because I work on several towers, and I am working on providing seedlings as well. So just doing it at a bigger scale. But this also has a cover, so it kind of acts like a greenhouse effect for your seeds. It works out really, really well. Like I said, once you get those seeds rocking and rolling, like here's a little baby pea plant ready to go. You place that right in your tower. Some people choose, after they put the seeds in the vermiculite in, they put it straight in their tower. You can do that as well. So whatever you're more comfortable with. Now, once you get it all set up, how much maintenance is there? How long is this going to take you? Because if you've gardened in the ground before, you know that that can be pretty intense, and there's a lot of work that you need to do to make sure that that is sustainable and that you get healthy, delicious fruit without the plant dying because you forgot to water it or the weeds eating it up, things like that. Well, here's the beautiful thing. With a tower garden, maintenance is so simple. You see, what happens is you have your basin filled with your water and your nutrients. Now, over time, as that cycles through, it's going to need to be refilled. A lot of people ask me, well, how often do I have to refill it? And the answer is it depends on the time of the year and where you live. So here in Florida, we're coming up on really hot season here, and I will have to change or refill. You don't have to change, you just refill about every 3 weeks, because it's going to evaporate a lot more because it's going to be so crazy hot here. In the fall and our winter time, I can get away with 6, almost 8 weeks before I have to fill. You just put the hose in, fill that up, put in the minerals. It's the only time you have to add the minerals is when you're adding the water, and you're good to go. Every once in a while, you want to check the roots down by the pump. So you want to pull up the little square that's covering it and just check in. Those roots They are so happy, they grow so quickly that sometimes they end up close to the pump and they can clog the sides. So you just need to trim your roots, and it's fine. There's so many of them and they're so strong and you're down at the bottom. So trimming them isn't going to hurt your plant at all. It in the end will help it. And then of course, they're plants. They're going to have lived their life and fed you as much as they can. And then, it's time to replace them. And that's when you would just redo, your rock wool, or I always have seedlings ready to go to plant, right in an empty space when I need to take something out. So you don't have to clear out the whole tower either. You can kind of plug and fill as you go. A lot different maintenance than working within the ground gardening. So that's what you can expect with your setup and with maintaining. So what does this come with? Because let's face it, there is nothing worse than purchasing something and then realizing you have to get about a bunch of other things to make it work. That is so frustrating. I hate when I get so excited and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I've got to get this and this and this. The beautiful thing with a tower is it comes with everything you need to get started. It comes with a tower itself, the pump, the timer, rock wool, the seeds, net pots, your greenhouse starter. It comes with a vermiculite to put on top. It comes with a pH test kit and the liquid to go with it, minerals A and B. It even comes with a hose if you need to empty the tower. And instead of tipping it over, they have a hose that will allow that water to come out. And your measuring cup, you are good to go. Those mineral A and B for that tower is going to sustain you for several months before you're going to have to think about going and getting more. And that is what you would refill over time, is just your minerals and your rock wool with your seeds. You don't have to use just the seeds that come with the kit. They're not special seeds, they're just seeds. You can use any seeds that you want to. Lowe's, Home Depot. I use Johnny seeds, use those with my dad for a long time. I know the importance of getting good seeds. So I'm always on the lookout for that. And off you're growing with your garden, super easy. I always get a lot of questions like, what is this mineral A and B? What is it all about? Well, it's the things you'd find in the soil that would feed those roots and feed your plants. So nitrogen, calcium, magnesium, copper, zinc, all those nutrients, it's just in liquid form. And that's what feeds those plants over and over. So big question, how much does a tower garden cost? Obviously, it does pretty amazing things. It's almost hands-off gardening, really, and it's going to grow you tons of delicious produce. So what's the cost? So a tower garden like this, called the Flex, is $670 in full. That includes your shipping, and it can also be broken into 12 monthly payments. The only addition is tax, and of course, that's based upon where you live. So for me, here in Central Florida, it's 7%. So I would be looking at $716.90 total, or $59.70 a month for 12 months. And then the tower is yours. Now I've had my towers for over 5 years now. There is nothing wrong with my tower. I actually still have the original pumps and they're working just fine. So the tower comes with a 5-year warranty. All the other parts come with a 1-year warranty, even your pump. Something happens to your pump in that year, you just get a hold of me. I can get you in contact with the company and we get that replaced. So no worries there. But like I said, I still have all my original pumps, original everything. The tower, the way it's made, it's something you can think about handing down to family members over time. That's what's so amazing about it. So the other question I get is like, okay, well, how long is it before I make that back with what I'm growing? So here is a guide with kind kind of like, it's got a variety of lettuces, peppers, tomatoes, cucumber, eggplant, and a variety of herbs. And, things that a family might use. And it's an analysis now. It was done before this crazy spike in groceries that we've seen. I haven't redone it since then, but I think there's something to still be said that even then, we were looking at 6 months and you'd be looking at $796 in what you can grow in that tower that's going to feed you and your family. So that, I'm sure we're looking at more like 4.5, 5 months with how crazy things have gotten now. But I'm very comfortable saying within 6 months, you can feel very comfortable that that tower has paid for itself. And the reason why I can say that is because I've done this for so long and I've seen what these can produce. So this is a tower that I had set up. You can see there's, 4 plants that I highlighted here, but what you're seeing on this side is literally 1 week. Now, 1 week to the day. It's not like I did a Monday and then went the way following week and did like a Friday. It was day to day, as far as getting 1 full week. And you can see how much the squash is taken off. This here was Japanese eggplant, and that just took off as well. You're looking at some romaine here. I mean, big growth there. And the tomatoes, I will tell you, tomatoes grow so much faster and so big compared to what you do in the ground. So before long, you're looking at easy harvests, with this yummy, delicious stuff to feed your family. So that was how it works, what it's all about, what it takes to set it up, what it takes to maintain it, how much it costs. So the next question is, how do you get one of these things, right? Well, it's actually super easy. You can go to thunbergtowergarden.com. If you're not on your phone and you have access to it, you can actually just scan the QR code. It's going to take you straight to the site. You'll see it'll have our name up at the top, well, my name up at the top. And if you're more comfortable, you can even call and we can help you go through the order. Now, what's really cool is when you order it, it goes straight to you. It gets shipped to you. On the website, they're saying about 2 to 3 weeks time. And it's not from leaving the warehouse. It's just because of what's going on with shipping with FedEx and UPS. Typically, though, I will say most tower gardens make it there within 5 days of leaving the warehouse. So you can be ready to rock and roll pretty quickly with your tower. So I hope this was very informational. I hope you got a lot out of this. I really just wanted you guys to see how simple this system is to use and set up, and how amazing it is, and how productive. I mean, I get my salads off of there. I'm spoiled rotten now. So I'm so thankful that you joined us. I'm going to open it now to a little Q&A. And I am excited to see what kind of questions you might have. So I'm going to do a little stop share.
Hey, Brenda.